Bonjour everyone and welcome if this is your first time. Today we're going to be doing your February 2026 month ahead reading. I was cutting it quite short this month as January has been extremely chaotic for me. I don't know about you guys, but the start of the year is already proving to be quite intense. But hopefully I'll be able to put this up either right at the end of January or just at the start of February. I try and show up for you guys monthly, so I really didn't want to miss this little rendezvous we have as I really love being able to connect with you guys in this way. For today's reading, we'll be looking at what's coming in for you this month, what to release or soften, the themes of the month, as well as any guidance or focus you are invited to look into for the month of February. In a moment, I'm going to help guide you towards choosing the pile for you. You don't have to force anything, just notice the pile that is calling out to you the most, as each pile will contain a different reading. In the description box, you're going to find timestamps that can take you straight to each pile. You will also find down there any names of the decks I'm using, as well as the link to my second channel, The Waves of Your Soul, where I share with you my passion for the card. So for today's reading, I have 3 different decks and 3 different crystals. For my pile number 1, you can choose thanks to this little fossil, which looks like this. And the deck associated is the Cosmic Cycle Tarot. I've not used this deck in a really long time and I felt called to bring it back out. It's very modern, it's beautiful, and it's always a joy to read with. So I'm really excited to bring it back out as I really missed this one. So if this particular deck is calling to you, then your message could be in pile number 1. For my pile number 2, the crystal associated is a little rose quartz stone bubble round circle. I don't know what you would call that. It's rose quartz, so that's what it looks like. And the deck associated is the Magical Arcana Tarot. Very cute, very anime inspired. I love this one. Bring some color into the winter days. So if this deck is calling out to you at this moment in time, then your message could be in pile number 2. And finally, for my pile number 3, the crystal associated is a simple tower of clear quartz, which looks like this. And the deck associated is called the Black Femme Tarot. Look at those edges. Again, super cute deck, very colorful, very joyful. So if this particular imagery is calling out to you at this moment in time, if you feel called to this deck, then your message could be in pile number 3. You need a little bit more time to choose a pile for you. I invite you to take a deep breath, release any tension you might be holding in your body, relax your shoulders, and once you're ready, I'll see you in your reading starting now. Okay, my pile number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose this little fossil or if you chose this deck, then this is gonna be the reading for you. As I mentioned, today's reading is all about February 2026. And before we get into your tarot deck, I will be using a little oracle to find out the themes of the month. This is going to give us a little bit of a weather report, but for vibes, for energies. So what are the energies for my pile number 1 for February? What are the themes for you guys for this month? What are the energies? The emotional tone, the dominant energy. What do we have? Oh, look at that. We have success. I love that for you guys. It's a French deck, but I will translate it for you, and I think the images totally speak for themselves. So success, okay. What else? What are the vibes? We have choice. And we also have 9 months and anger. Interesting. So in terms of the energies, we had success, as I've shown you. We have the choice card, which I love. Remember that when we were kids? I think all of us who did that when we were little definitely read tarot now. But anyway, so that's the choice card. And we also have a timing card of 9 months, okay? And we also have the anger card, which looks like this. Again, very clear. These images speak for themselves. Okay, overall, I think it's gonna be a big month for my pile number 1 in terms of career, personal goals, personal projects. I really see a big focus around things you are trying to take off a to-do list, certain projects, maybe to do, again, career, finances, material success. Maybe it's to do with personal projects, day-to-day life. I don't see a huge focus this month on interpersonal relationships, on, social life, things like that. It seems like my pile number 1 has things to do, places to be, stuff to achieve, and if there's like a sense of determination coming through my pile number 1, which is very focused. Okay, first card jumping out being the card of success lets me know that if you guys have been working really hard on a project, whether you or a certain goal, a certain step you're trying to reach, February could be the month you're finally seeing results. And it's interesting, we have the 9 months card. For me, I don't see this as 9 months in the future. I see this as potentially something that started 9 months ago. So maybe it's something that 9 months ago you started planting the seeds for and you're seeing results now. Maybe it's something to do with a work project, personal goals. Obviously with the 9 months, we have the idea of pregnancy, right? But that's not going to speak to everyone. Although some of my pile number 1 watching might be currently expecting, and due date being in February. But more generally, it feels like the month of February is a month where you're finally seeing huge results and huge success towards something that you've been working on for the last 9 months specifically. Whatever that relates to you guys. Could be physical health goals, could be finances goals, could be something related to your home, like you've been saving up to buy something. It could be you're finally getting your degree, or you're getting an exam done or certification. Maybe you're getting your driving license. Maybe it's something to do with work. You've been working on a big project and it's finally being launched, or you're seeing big results and success in the month of February. Truly, February is a big month again for career, personal goals, material success, finances, where it's giving pentacle vibes for my pile number 1, okay? It's interesting, we have the choice and anger card. For me, I'm seeing this as whilst there's success, it doesn't mean that things will be smooth, right? That's often the case, unfortunately. Sometimes when we finally reach something we've been really hoping to reach for a really long time, the road can still be bumpy. There might be some delays. There might be last minute challenges. Let's say someone is launching their book this month, for example, that they've been working on for the last 9 months. Finally, it's the month where they are able, it's release date or publication date. They're super happy, it's a success, but there are still delays. Maybe there needs to be last minute changes to the cover because there's some copyright issue with the artist, whatever. Those last minute delay things that could bring some feelings of anger, of frustration. I don't see this energy as a massive burst. I see this more as little frustration, this anger card. And this is why you probably have the choice card right in the middle of your reading, which is what do you want to focus on? You're gonna have the choice this month. Do you want to focus on the successes you have, the feeling of pride, the feeling of finally I'm making this happen, I'm happy with myself, I'm grateful, I feel proud of myself? Or do you want to focus on the frustration, on the feeling of resentment that could be brought by delays or minor bumps in the road? It's giving Mars energy as well. I know there's going to be a lot of Aries energy coming in the planet soon. I don't know if it's starting in February. I need to look up the planets. There might be actually already some planets moving into Aries. Maybe this is why there's some Mars activation happening already. I'll have to look it up, but it's giving more I was saying, small frustrations that rather than massive huge arguments. And you're gonna have to check in with yourself. What do you want to focus on? Do you want to focus on the good, positive, nourishing things, or do you want to focus on the things that are pissing you off, which are always going to be part of life, unfortunately? So it's a good balanced month, but definitely some great success coming in, and I'm super excited for you guys. I can't wait to read your comments and find out what's going on. Are you launching a new product in your business? Are you, I don't know, do you have a specific goal? Are you planning a trip somewhere? Let me know, but it sounds very exciting and I'm happy for you. So let's move on to your tarot cards, and we're going to find out what's coming in in your life this month. So what is entering your life, what's gaining momentum, any opportunities, shift, or support available to you. What's coming in? Whoop. Six of Swords. There you go. The Six of Swords, there's definitely a reinforcement of the idea that you're moving towards happier times, towards more joyful time. You're leaving behind things that were draining you. However, with the Six of Swords, there's always this idea that you're not completely off the hook. You know, the past is still quite close behind you. So this is why we have this anger card, you know, this idea of like, whilst there's definitely potential for success here, it could be balanced by little moments of delays, frustration, anger, maybe it's just frustration towards yourself, like, oh, I wish I had done this sooner, I wish I had been more productive, I wish I had been more on the ball. And with the Six of Swords, we really have a reinforcement and an encouragement for you to take things slow and that to not be too harsh on yourself, first and foremost, my Paloma one, and to really choose where your attention goes this month. Again, I really am hearing from your guides. Do you want to focus on nourishing the great things in your life, see like the success, like pouring your energy and attention towards things that are sustaining you, or are you going to waste some energy like focusing on things that are bringing you resentment and frustration and anger, right? So that's also a reinforcement of that message. What else is coming in for my pile number one? What's coming into your life in the month of February? Let's see. Knight of Cups and the World. Ooh, see, I love that for you guys, because truly we really see an accomplishment with the world. And you know, I was telling you guys, with this 9 months card, for me, I don't see this as 9 months in the future. I see this as February being the culmination of something that started 9 months ago. So again, it could be something related to work, something related to personal goals, metaphorical, although for some of you it could be an actual pregnancy coming to terms, and there's a huge feeling of achievement, of like, oh my god, I'm finally seeing the results, I'm finally seeing the success, I'm finally truly reaping the fruits of my labor, right? You've planted the seeds 9 months ago, and finally you're seeing the fruits of your labor in February. So that's wonderful. Truly a sense of achievement, a sense of completion, and a sense of pride. You know, I did that. And that comes with a sense of relief as well, of finally seeing the finish line towards a big project, something that you've dedicated a lot of time, energy, or money towards. So I love that for you guys. Beautiful. So with the Knight of Cups, in terms of what's coming in, we also have here an invitation to romanticize your life, I'm hearing. Again, it's going back to the idea of what do you want to focus on and where do you want to pour your attention towards, because here we really have an invitation to pour your attention and energy towards romanticizing your life, making it as juicy and as delicious as it can be, by you potentially really focusing on all the delicious things in your life, even if it's little things like your first cup of coffee in the morning, your favorite song playing on the radio, seeing a cute bird on the way to work. Romanticize that, cherish that, notice it. I'm hearing notice the glimmers in your day, as it will really combine all these energies of all noticing the good things, the glimmers, the beautiful things in your day to day will combine to create a beautiful momentum that can lead you towards a sense of success, right? Through gratitude. As I'm hearing, gratitude is the fastest way to success for my Paloma one, by being grateful for all the things you already have, all the beautiful things in your life, all the little moments of joy you can notice in your day to day. You're only going to attract more of that, and that's exactly what you want for the month of February. As again, there's a choice to be made here. What do you want to focus on? The invitation is to focus on romanticizing your life so that you can reach this sense of completion and pride of everything you work towards being so successful. And that's really awesome. What should you release or soften this month? Maybe this is something that is no longer serving you, a pattern, an expectation, any emotional weight to let go of. What are you invited to release in the month of February? My pile number 1. What do we have? 10 of Pentacles and 9 of Wands. Yeah, you know what I see this here is super interesting with the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. Release the worry that things are not going to work out, because guess what? They are going to work out. for you in February, you're finally, again, seeing success, seeing results, you're seeing the fruits of your labor, so you can release the angst and worry that you've been carrying around. Is this going to work out? Am I going to make it happen? Am I good enough? Can I make this happen? Am I going to finally see results? The answer is yes. So you can release that. You can release the expectation. You can release the burden you've been putting on your shoulders, as finally things are, turning out the way you want. And that's wonderful, right? By seeing results, finally you can release all that expectations you were putting on your shoulders, all that worry that made you feel maybe not good enough, or that you were not doing enough, etc. So that's also a beautiful blessing. I think you're gonna feel a lot freer, a lot lighter, my pal number one, by the end of February, and I love that for you so much. Okay, let's wrap it up with a little advice and guidance for you guys for the month of February. I've pre-pulled some oracle cards, but I've not yet looked at them, so we're going to discover them together. We have first up an animal, your animal guide for the month of February. What do we have? We have armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. Interesting. Focus on, again, choice, right? You have success, but you also have frustration and anger. What are you choosing to focus on? With armadillo, you have the opportunity to set healthy boundaries and to really pay attention where you put your attention. Is that even English? No, wait a minute. You have the invitation to really, pay attention where you are pouring your attention. That's the best way I can say it. Truly, your attention is currency this month. It always is, but even more so this month, and you want to make sure you're spending it wisely towards the things that matter to you, not towards the things that you want to see less of, okay, my pal number one? So armadillo is your animal guide this month. I love that. Really goes in alignment with everything we've talked about. So a beautiful animal companion for you. We also have crystals. So for you guys, you have Herkimer diamond. It's linked to peace, attainment, and divine. And it's linked to Aries and Sagittarius. See, I was telling you guys, you don't have to be Aries, but I'm getting that Mars, Aries energy already potentially affecting some of your guys' charts, and it's going to affect all of us. So there's a lot of Aries movements in the stars happening this year. And so it says that Herkimer diamonds attunes us to our surroundings and its energy. They help relieve tension and draw in peaceful and calm energy. Herkimer expands our upper chakras and our awareness to the divine. We also have the plant Solomon seal linked to peace, wisdom, and divine. If you guys like to work with stones, then Herkimer diamond can be a great one to meditate with or work with, in order to keep a cool head, not let the frustration win. On the contrary, choose to focus on the success, on the feeling of abundance in your life. So I love that for you guys. And lastly, we have a little affirmation or mantra for the months ahead for you. And it says, I am a magnet for loving kindness. Know that you are attracting kindness and consideration as you embody these qualities. Spend time mirroring the same traits you wish to bring into your life. Begin exemplifying feelings of appreciation and goodwill, and you'll soon find it magnetically attracted to you. See, for me, this is exactly this Knight of Cups energy of romanticizing your life by you noticing all the good things, noticing all the glimmers, truly exemplifying feelings of appreciation. You are attracting this right back to you, right? So I love that. Really great synchronicity here with our Knight of Cups. So my pile number one, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. If this reading brought you anything of value, you can comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Those are all free ways to support my work. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I want to wish you a beautiful month ahead. Until next time, keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye. Okay, my pile number two, welcome to your reading. If you chose the rose quartz or if you chose this particular deck, then this is going to be the reading for you. Before I get into your tarot cards, I'm going to be pulling a couple of oracle cards to get an idea of what are the themes of February for you. So this is going to give us a little bit of a weather report, but for vibes, for energies, we look at the themes. What kind of months it's going to be overall for you guys? Dominant energy, any potential lesson or emotional tone of the month. Let's get into it. What are the themes for February for my pile number two? What do we have? We have travel. Ooh, I love that. This is a French deck, by the way, but I'll translate it for you guys and you're going to see the images truly are speaking for themselves. So we have travel here. Interesting journey. Let's see what else. We have another jumper, I think. We have, engagement. Okay, beautiful. Let's see what else for my pile number 2. What are the energies? What are the vibes? We have perseverance. And the last one, we have revelation. Interesting. Okay, my pile number 2, it's a big month in February. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot happening. It could be a super important month in terms of the year. Definitely mark that in your calendar. February could be a big month for you in like the whole of 2026. We have obviously some plans happening for some of you regarding travel. Potentially you've planned a trip somewhere. Maybe it's you don't have to obviously go to the other side of the world, or some of you might be taking a big trip, but it could be a weekend away, a little road trip, maybe going to visit friends or family. There's things happening there. I'm sensing a big focus for my Palmetto on socializing or spending time focusing on your interpersonal relationship, and that can be your relationship with yourself. Very important. I want to put that out there. Some of you, I'm hearing, might even be tempted to take a little trip on your own and go, I don't know, you go to take a little city break somewhere, and you book yourself into a nice hotel for the weekend, and you go visit museums and go to your favorite coffee shops and bookshops, whatever. I feel like for some of you, it could even be a desire to spend time on your own, quality time on your own, doing something fun for yourself, taking yourself on a date. So that's exciting. Also, obviously, with this engagement, very literally, we could have some good news if some of you are in a relationship. And because we have the revelation card, it could even be that there's some surprise like engagement, maybe some talks about wedding, things like that happening. More generally speaking, though, if it's not related to your couple life, I'm seeing this as you deciding to commit to something this month. And again, this idea of commitment, it's whilst this is giving obviously couple life, the vibe of your reading is giving me a renewed commitment to yourself. So let me know if that speaks to you guys. But I have a feeling that this month you want to recommit to your relationship between you and yourself by focusing on doing things you love, maybe by deciding to take on challenges that you know will make you grow in the long term, by deciding to really recommit to yourself, to your joy, to your evolution, to your sacred journey. This is why I feel like it's a big month for my pile number 2. And whilst there might be a lot going on in terms of, outings and activities and things like that, I see this more of a huge internal shift and focus on wanting to really pay attention and pour energy towards your relationship with yourself, and wanting to recommit to being the best version of you can be for you, right? With this perseverance and this revelation, there's truly a focus on potentially saying yes to things that you normally would say no to, and deciding to put yourself outside your comfort zone because you know deep down that this will help you grow, this will help you evolve. So you could surprise yourself this month by saying yes to things you never thought you'd say yes to. Maybe you decide to join a club of some sort and you're like meeting new people, maybe taking again a trip of some sort. You might even be tempted to do something on your own, like take yourself on a weekend trip and you go to a restaurant on your own, go to the hotel on your own, take yourself out on trips, something that maybe you never dared to do before. You are deciding to put yourself outside your comfort zone this month. You can be obviously doing these things with other people, by the way, but I just feel like you guys are overall putting yourself outside your comfort zone this month and deciding to, again, maximize your bets on yourself. By you deciding to push yourself a little bit, maybe doing things that make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, you know deep down that it's going to help you grow, evolve, and make you stronger overall, which is ultimately a beautiful thing to be. That's the vibes I'm picking up for my pile number 2. Lots of exciting things, definitely also a big internal shift towards a recommitment towards you, what do you want for you, valuing yourself, truly cherishing your own relationship with yourself is a big theme. So I love that for you guys, and let me know in the comments if that speaks to you. We are gonna look at what's coming in your life. So any shifts, opportunities, support available to you, what is entering your life or gaining momentum for you in February. So what's coming into your life in February, my pile number 2, we have the 5 of Wands. We have the Fool. See, I love that. The Fool, we really have the Wanderer archetype, and I've been talking from the beginning of the reading that I see you guys going on a trip somewhere. I see you guys pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. Maybe I'm seeing you guys like trying something new, joining a club, like, I don't know, a dance class, even though you don't know anybody there. You've never danced before, but you're like, you know what, I've always wanted to try it, so it's finally the month I'm gonna do it. Or you are signing yourself for a trip somewhere, and you don't know anyone in the group, but you're like, you know what, I've always wanted to visit this place, so I'm gonna do it. They're big like wanderer energy coming from my pile number 2, and it's impactful in your year. Truly, there's something impactful happening linked to this full energy, which is super exciting. So what's coming in? A sense of spontaneity, of trying new things, of wanting to put yourself out there, of wanting to try new things, of putting yourself outside your comfort zone, and of truly a theme of expansion for you, which is exciting. We also have the 5 of Wands. Interesting. I had similar vibe coming up from my pile number 1, and I truly think it's something that's going to be affecting the collective, because there's going to be a lot of like planets very soon moving into Aries. A lot of everyone is going to be feeling soon this shift towards a more Mars kind of energy. So there might be a little bit of frustration and maybe a little bit of anger bubbling up, more so than usual, especially if you guys don't have a lot of like normally fire in your charts. For those of you who are fire signs or who have a lot of like Mars energy in your sign, you might be more used to those like little vapors of frustration and anger. But for those of you who normally never get those kind of like frustration kind of feelings, February there might be a moment where you're like, whoa, this is triggering me and I'm not sure how to react. I normally can keep a cool head. I normally am very like, you know, cool as a cucumber kind of person, but I feel quite triggered right now, and there's a bit of pent-up frustration. And you know what, that's not a bad thing. As an Aries myself, I think frustration can be fuel. You can tap into it and it can be used to push you forward, as long as you channel it, right? You can channel it through physical activities, creativity, whatever it is, motivation, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing to be angry or to be frustrated. There's a lot of things to be angry at the world right now. We don't have to let that fire consume us. We can actually use it as fuel to make a change and to push us to act, right? That's the vibe I'm picking up from my pile number 2. So lean into that as well. There's a actual, true, positive kind of medicine side to anger, which I think collectively in 2026 we're gonna be invited to tap into. Like, anger can be fuel, can be medicine, and can be used as some kind of like momentum to push us towards change. So there's also this lesson kind of playing out for my pile number 2 in February. And again, I think it's a very collective kind of energy. Okay, what to release this month? What are you invited to release? What is no longer serving you that you're invited to leave behind? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, let's pull one more. It's interesting with the Queen of Pentacles already. I'm hearing, what are you invited to leave behind? Literally your comfort zone. We have the 9 of Wands. Yep. And we had one more. And we have the 6 of Swords. What are you invited to leave behind, my pile number 2? Your comfort zone. Leave behind your doubts, your fears, your worries. Leave behind the comfort and safety of what you know, as it's time to go and try new things, meet new people, and just recommit to a life of fun, adventure, and wildness, right? I'm hearing rewilding your life in February, my pile number 2. I don't know how that's going to speak to you. Obviously, everyone is different, but it's truly an invitation. Leave behind the safety of your comfort zone. Obviously, be safe, right? I'm not saying to put yourself in dangerous situation. Please take care of yourself. but you know what I mean. So leave behind like the safety of your comfort zone, also with the 9 of Wands and the 6 of Swords, an invitation to leave behind past doubts, past worries, the inner critic that tells you, are you sure? You know, what if? All of those things of like, again, I'm going to take the example of someone who wants to take a dance class. They don't know anyone. So there's the worry of like, what if I suck? What if I end up not speaking to anyone? What if I feel extremely uncomfortable? What if I feel really behind? What if I make myself look foolish, etc., etc., etc.? You know, all those like social anxiety things we can feel when we are trying something new. Leave all of that behind. That's the invitation from the universe. Focus on the joy of trying something new. Focus on the joy of pursuing your dream. Focus on the joy of persevering through your recommitting to your joy, your growth. You're being taken on a journey, my pile number 2, and that's super exciting. So that's the vibe I'm picking up for the month of February. Really great, interesting energies for you guys. I can't wait to read your comments, honestly, and see what are you guys up to. I've pre-pulled some oracle cards to wrap things up, but I've not yet looked at them, so we're gonna have a look. These are like last guidance, and we are starting with your animal guide for the month of February. Let's see. What do we have? We have, Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Whilst, this is interesting. So Dear is your animal guide. Whilst you are invited again to push yourself outside your comfort zone, you know, expand, try new things, be curious, be spontaneous. Do so while still being kind to yourself. Because remember, I said from the beginning, there's definitely a theme also for February around recommitting to yourself, my pile number 2, recommitting to your joy. You can do that by trying new things and pursuing your dreams, but not so that it feels like a chore, right? It should be something exciting, and it should be something that feels loving and kind and gentle. So definitely, Dear Spirit is a beautiful advice here. I love that for you guys. Pay attention the way deers might show up in your life. Maybe you see a real one, maybe you see a video of deer on social media. Pay attention. Maybe you dream of a deer, you know. Pay attention. This is a universe way of reminding you of this message right here. Now let's have a look at your crystal for the month. For those of you who like to work with crystals, we have citrine, energizing abundance, emotional balance. Okay, it's linked to Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra. See, Aries, again, there's this like Mars energy. Again, you don't have to be Aries or anything. Overall, there's just this Aries kind of Mars energy starting to show collectively in February for everyone. Your affirmation is, I am lit from within, full of positivity and abundance. The energies, it says, citrine has a warm, vibrant energy that provides a clarifying vibration. It aids in attracting professional success and wealth. It is a stone of abundance filled with joy and clear vision. And we also have the sunflower linked to wealth, faithfulness, and encouragement. So if you need support this month to believe in your dreams, to continue to like focus on your joy and the vision you have for yourself, you can work with citrine. That's really beautiful. And finally, I have a little mantra or affirmation for you guys, and it says, I deserve quality time with myself. I love that. We've been talking about that from the beginning. Take time for yourself in silence and reflection to positively improve your mindset. Remember to rest and enjoy your own company and the silence of your mind. Spending time with yourself allows you to be attuned to your personal needs and desires. Beautiful. I love that. So my pile number 2, this is what I'm seeing for you guys for February. I really hope this reading spoke to you and resonated with you. If it brought you anything of value, don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Those are all free ways to support my work. Till next time, I'm wishing you a beautiful month ahead and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye! Okay, my pile number 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose this piece of clear quartz, or if you chose this particular tarot deck, then this is going to be the reading for you. Before I move on to your tarot, I want to use some oracle cards to look at the energies of the month. We're going to have a look at the themes of the month, the vibes, any kind of like lesson, dominant energy, or emotional tone for the month of February for my pile number 3. So let's get into it. What are the themes of February for my pile number 3? What are the vibes? What are the dominant energies for you guys? Ooh, we have change with the butterfly. I love that. Gorgeous. Let's pull some more. What else do we have? We have difficulties. Yeah, I mean, of course, change is never easy, right? When the butterfly goes from the caterpillar to the cocoon, and from the cocoon to the butterfly. It's a whole process. It literally dissolves itself into butterfly soup to retransform itself into a whole new being. So of course, it's not easy, and yet it brings beautiful transformation. So that's interesting. Let's see what else. We have communication. Okay. And we'll pull one more for February for my pile number 3. What are the vibes? And new beginning. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay. Okay. Big month again for my pile number 3. February is big, I think, right? Collectively for the energies, because of 3 piles, felt like there's a lot going on. So that's exciting. For my pile number 3, we really see that you guys are on the verge of a complete new, fresh start. There's definitely a sense of full transformation. So I would not be surprised if there's truly a before and an after February for you in your year. By the time you reach the end of February, you're going to look back and be like, wow, all of this happened for my highest good, and I'm truly in a completely different place than I was at the start of the year. So we could be talking about new jobs, new career paths. Maybe some of you are moving house, you're starting fresh, you're like starting a new life in a new place. There could be new relationships. There could be also a personal transformation of you deciding to work on yourself, and, you know, a sense of like tackling who you want to be internally by, I don't know, some of you might be feeling called to quit smoking, for example, you know, and by the end of February, you're feeling very happy and confident because you have done this inner work of quitting a habit that you wanted to. It could be related to you also dedicating time to healing certain interpersonal relationships and having honest conversation with people that really boost your feeling of support and sense of love and sense of community around you, as we have, you know, communication. So I see a big also emphasis on friendships, family dynamics, interpersonal relationships that could also be evolving this month, and there could be some big things happening there, maybe some resolution of conflicts, a new start in your relationship. Let's say you had a conflictual relationship with a parent, for example. February could be a really pivotal month for you guys, where you finally reach some kind of agreement, and it feels like you're finally starting a fresh start in that interpersonal relationship. It feels like you're leaving the hard times behind, and you're finally able to understand each other and to see eye to eye. I'm going to give you the example of someone coming out, for example, and that bringing a lot of nerve, obviously, right? There's all this pressure to come out and all this like worry and fear of like, what are people going to say? Family expectation, friend expectation, etc. And yet by the end of the month, this person is completely transformed because they have expressed who they are at their core. They feel relieved to be able to be free, to be loving who they want, to be proud of their queerness, and a sense of freedom and of release of like, well, I had the chats I wanted to have, and now I can start fresh by being fully authentically me, right? You don't have to come out this month. I'm just giving this example because it's a really powerful example, right, of someone who has to face a challenging moment. There's going to be some talks that might be difficult to have. There's all those worries and fears and stress that are linked to that. And yet through this transformation, on the other side of that, there's a life where you can live more authentically yourself, and where you don't have to hide anymore who you truly are. And you shouldn't have to hide who you are, right? Everyone should feel free to be who they want to be. This is just an example, but it's so you understand the vibes I'm getting from my pile number 3 for the month of February. It really feels like a powerful transformative month. There could be some important talks for you guys that will lead to a new start. And again, it could be related to new jobs, new way of life, interpersonal relationship, family life, personal goals. But truly, there's a before and an after for my pile number 3, truly for the month of February. And I think it's going to be quite transformative. Obviously, I have a feeling this butterfly energy is really important for you guys. So we are going to look at your tarot card. Let's see what's coming in for you. What is entering your life? What is gaining momentum this month? Any opportunities, shifts, or support available to you? What's coming in your life in the month of February for my pile number 3? We have the Ace of Sword. Beautiful. See, it's for me, it's linked to this idea of fresh start. There's a new mindset entering your life as well. A new mindset. So it could be, for example, if you're starting a new job, well, you're entering with a new mindset of, confidence, maybe choosing to focus on new things, learning new things. If I go back to the example of like someone quitting smoking, for example, this is a whole new mindset of like, okay, I want to take better care of myself. I want to make healthier choices for myself. There's truly an idea of a new mindset for my pile number 3 that is inviting itself into your life. And this mindset, it's linked to a vision you have for yourself of what your life could look like and who you could be. And it pushes you to face any potential difficult times and to continue to push ahead, because on the other hand of that maze, there's fresh start, there's transformation, and there's freedom for you. So that's powerful. So new mindset for sure. Okay, new ideas, new mindset, new motivation. I love that. What else is entering your life for my pile number 3? I see you guys dedicated this month, and I see you guys really in a perseverance kind of mood where it's like, it doesn't matter how hard things potentially could be. I know where I want to go, and I will not let potential challenge get in my way. Look, as I said that, we have the King of Wands, the epitome of someone who will not let things get in their way. The King of Wands is inviting you to tap into your passion, your spirit, your creativity, and reminding you that you have the inner fire to push through, to keep going, and to look ahead. So what is inviting itself into your life? There's more creativity, more energy as well. If some of you have had a start of the year where you felt quite lethargic, didn't feel super motivated, didn't feel super just excited, or just maybe feeling extremely tired, the month of February, there's definitely more energy, renewed sense of motivation, of spirit, of excitement, as well as leadership energy activating itself into your life, pushing you towards going after what you want. So super excited. The King of Wands is a great ally to have by your side, because it gives you the energy, the motivation, the fuel to go after what it is you want, to pursue your fresh start. So I love that for you guys. Okay, quickly, the King of Wands is also very loudly, authentically themselves. They don't hide. They don't try and be anyone they're not. They are very happy to shine bright and to show the world exactly who they are. And I feel like that's going to be very important also for my pile number 3. You're channeling this energy of like, I'm going to be authentically me. I'm going to show more of myself. I'm going to put myself in the spotlight, and I'm no longer going to shy away. That's also coming through strongly for you guys, and I love that for you. What are you ready to release in February? Is there anything that that is no longer serving you? What is potentially a pattern, an expectation, or an emotional weight that you're invited to gently put down in this month? Let's see. What are you invited to release? We have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Four of Wands. Okay, release expectations of outcomes. I'm hearing. Interesting. Because this is a fresh start. Sometimes when we enter new phases of our life, we have expectations. I'm going to give the example of someone starting a new job. In your mind, you might have an idea of what you think the new job is going to look like, what your day-to-day is going to look like, who your colleagues are going to be. But in reality, it could be completely different. And that's just something you're going to have to navigate day to day, right? The idea of sometimes we have expectations in our head, and it doesn't mean that the reality is worse. It just means it's different, right? And so here you're invited to release expectations of outcomes and just more so focus on the actual reality with the Ace of Pentacles. Release potential ideas you had, preconceived notions you had of how things are going to turn out for you in this new job, in this new relationship, in this new mindset, in this new chapter of your life. Release the expectations, the preconceived notion, and truly focus on the here and now with the Ace of Pentacles, right? The Four of Wands, it could be what you thought it would look like, but there's no point imagining things until you live them. So instead of like being in dreamy land, it's an advice to actually focus on the here and now, the present moment. It's an invitation, yeah, to release potential expectations, preconceived notions, and actually focus on the grounded moment of the here and now, of the experience of you living day to day, being in the present moment, and actually living the experience so that you can fully be here, present for your new transformation, my pile number 3. I love that. We are going to have a look at any advice for you guys for the months ahead. Let's see. I've pre-pulled some oracle cards, but I've not yet looked at them, so we're going to have a look together. First up, we have your animal guide of the month. What do we have? Oh my god, look at that, you guys. We have the butterfly again. Transformation is beautiful. Okay, truly, the butterfly is very important for my pile number 3's reading. We had the butterfly here with transformation and change. We have the butterfly again with transformation. Pay attention to the ways the butterfly enters in your life. Maybe you're going to see real butterflies. Maybe you're going to see someone with a butterfly tattoo. Maybe you're going to see butterfly videos on social media. Pay attention to the way the butterfly shows up in your life. It's important. It's a way the universe is communicating with you this month, okay? And my pile number 3, truly, we have this beautiful theme of transformation for you guys. I love that for you so much. Let's see, what is your crystal for the month? We have benitoite. Oh, I never heard of this one, okay? Clarity, prosperity, and calming. It's linked to Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Pisces. It says, I'm open to the universe when I'm clear in my intentions. And it says, this gemstone is very rare and found as fragment within rocks. Its deep cool blue to clear appearance calms the senses and is useful for focused meditations. It is a stone of prosperity and it heightens intuition and mental clarity. Plant associated is baby blue eyes, victory, success, harmony. Okay, very third eye chakra energy. We have this gorgeous blue stone, so potentially an invitation to again focus on your vision, the vision you have for yourself. You know, this new mindset. It's very Ace of Sword in energy. Embrace this new mindset, but also balance that by being present, right? Don't let the new mindset feed you like illusions and preconceived notion. On the contrary, let it give you goals and motivation to reach, but also try and stay grounded in the present moment, as it's going to help you to leave the cocoon and fly in my pile number 3. I love that. Okay, last card for your reading. We have a little affirmation for you guys. It says, I embrace the unknown. Wow. Literally perfect card for your reading. At times, life can feel like a roller coaster of up and downs, but this is the nature of life. The magic happens in the unknown. You might not understand the why or what is happening, but know everything you experience is preparation for the next phase. How beautiful is that? That's truly perfect. The perfect summary. I love that. Okay, my pile number 3, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I really hope this reading brought you something of value. If it resonated, then don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Those are all free ways to support my work. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I'm wishing you a beautiful month ahead. Until next time, keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye!